Namaste, my friends. The Hatha Yoga Pradipika is one of the most important classical texts of yoga and is believed to be composed somewhere between the 12th and the 13th centuries, authored by a grand master called Svatmarama. The text is divided into 4 chapters, where the first chapter talks about asana, the second chapter talks about pranayama, the third chapter talks about mudras, and the fourth chapter about a concept called Nada Anusandhanam. In each of these chapters, different techniques are presented and their benefits also expounded. So in the first chapter, Svatmarama presents a number of asanas and actually is talking very seriously about the benefits of such asana practices. Now, while there may be a very strong correlation between the benefits that Svatmarama talks about and the asanas that he is talking about, it is important to remember that these may not be taken literally, and perhaps also these may not be taken in an isolated context. For example, when he says that certain asanas can digest even poison, we must not take it literally and just think that if we do this asana, we can digest poison. The language used in these times were very metaphoric. So poison could not necessarily mean the literal poison that we drink or eat, but rather the toxins that are part of our mind, which is the most important poison in our system. So we have to understand that the language is metaphoric and not always literal. The second thing is that these asanas were never practiced in isolation. Normally yogic practices form a sequence of practices where some of these asanas would form the main posture or the pradhana anga of the practice. When put into such a structured practice, these asanas could definitely bring the benefits that has been talked about. And these things we have to learn definitely under the guidance of a competent teacher, because many sequences could form part of these practices. And that is why, my friends, yoga has to be learned under a competent teacher and practiced in isolation. That is what Svatmarama says, ekante mathika madhye. We have to practice alone, because what is suitable for us may not be suitable for somebody else. For example, you take digestive disorders. We may do certain practices like the Matsyendrasana that has been presented by Svatmarama to improve our metabolism. But also Paschimottanasana has also been talked about as improving metabolism. So for some persons Matsyendrasana may be helpful, for some persons Paschimottanasana may be helpful, and that is where the discretion of the practitioner comes into the picture, and the discretion of the teacher who is directing us to do these practices also comes into context. So yes, asanas that have been presented in Hatha Yoga Pradipika definitely can yield the results that they are talking about, but they have to be appropriately applied so that we can gain in the best possible manner. So find a good teacher, my friends, and follow these practices diligently so that you may benefit from these wonderful practices. Namaste.